Hey y'all, welcome back to Black Graffiti. It's your girl Jade, and I really want to talk about wasting time today because I feel like a lot of us waste time. It could be unintentionally, but we do it, and it's something that we have to start realizing and putting time and effort into the things that are really going to help us blossom and be successful in whatever else that you have planned that you want to do. You have to go for it. So when it comes to wasting time, a lot of us will do unnecessary stuff. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily unnecessary, but things that are not really of importance at that time or that hold value, that you could be doing something else that's really going to get you where you want to go. Stuff like going to the mall. The mall's going to be there. Where is it going to go? Going to get these Jordans. I mean, what is that going to do? You going to win an award because you got the latest Jordans? There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying if you're sitting on a bomb idea for a business, to start your own, to develop whatever you want to develop, it's going to turn into something big, bigger than what you thought it was going to be. You'll never know because you're continuing to waste time doing other stuff. Most of us are sitting on a great bomb idea and we never get the chance to really act it out because we have wasted so much time thinking about the negative side of it. So the negative things that can happen, well, this is going to be too hard. Am I really digging in too deep trying to do this? Maybe this is something I shouldn't do. Or even listen to other people that are supposed to be our friends and family that don't necessarily support you. That's why I always say you have to be careful with who you talk to when it comes to telling your thoughts and your dreams about what you truly want to do. Especially if you're trying to develop your own business. Some people will automatically tell you that it's stupid and that it's going to be too hard. I got a great example of that. So I got two examples actually of wasting time. Was two in one. Doesn't matter. It's an example. So I used to want to be a physical therapist. Reason I wanted to be a physical therapist, my mom had a couple mini strokes and I used to go with her to the physical therapy sessions so I could watch and see what the physical therapist did to help her get her motor skills back, to help her learn how to write, to walk, to balance herself, etc. Different things. It was the right side of her body that she had lost a lot of ability, that simple things that we do every day that we just take for granted. She got about 85% of that back because of that physical therapist. The physical therapist was really truly able to help her do what she needed to do to get back to living whatever type of normal life that she could live, right? So I told one of my friends, like, you know what, hey, I think I really want to go to school and be a physical therapist. You would think positive vibes, right? Not necessarily. And I don't think that she knew at that time that it was negative, but it was. Saying, girl, that's going to be hard. You got to take anatomy, learn about the body, science, this, that. The whole time I shouldn't have even had any energy towards that part of that negative conversation, but I did. My thoughts should have been like, regardless of what you say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to accomplish it. I don't care how hard it is. It's something that I really want to do to be able to help other people. So that's what I'm going to do. But I didn't. I allowed that to sink in and start thinking about it like, damn, maybe she's right. Maybe that will be too hard for me. Maybe I'm digging in too deep. And that's not how I should have thought about it at all. But that is how I thought about it. I shouldn't have did that. A lot of us do that sometimes. We take what people say. It doesn't matter. It could be your own mom. It don't matter. If it's something that you truly have your heart set on, stop wasting time doing other stuff. So the result of that was me wasting time taking classes for something that I really didn't want to do, but it was something that didn't have a wait list at that, because being a physical therapist at that time, the program had a wait list. So instead of me waiting to do something that I really wanted to do, I put effort towards something at that time that I really didn't want to do. We need to stop putting effort towards things that we really don't want to do, towards things that don't help us develop into the best people that we really want to be. Because most of the time, that first or second thought that you had about doing something, that's what you really should be doing in your life. That thought about, ooh, I should do this, or I should open up this business. That's really what you should be doing with your life. Is doing something with that business. That's really what you should be doing. You shouldn't be doing something else. You should be doing that. And I even have a friend that really wants to open up a laundromat. It's funny because it goes along with this. And I talked to her yesterday, met up with her for a little bit yesterday, and she was telling me how there was a new one that opened up. And I'm like, see, girl, that's what you're supposed to be doing. How long you been telling me you want to do this? Do it. It's not too late just because somebody else did it. I'm going to support you. I'm going to help you find the tools and the resources. Half of that is the problem, though, is we just don't really know where to start or how to start it. And I feel like for business owners and people that know how to start it, stop being so greedy and feeling like you have to hold everything within. You can't tell people stuff. You don't have to tell people everything, but stuff here and there will really help people be able to execute what they're really trying to do. Like if I'm, I'm not going to say if, when I'm able to establish my business and what I truly want to do and what I have my heart set on, once I get there, I won't have a problem telling people what I did or telling people little tricks or at least how to get the basics started to get that out the way to have the motivation enough to continue to inspire to do what you want to do. I also don't believe that you should tell everybody what you want to do. I'm not going to tell everybody my business plan. For what? Some people love that because they love to be able to steal it. That's what they want to do, is they want to be able to steal it. Or talk negative on it. And then therefore you are taking those negative vibes in and you're like, okay, well, maybe you're right. No, start on it. Instead of going to the mall, take 30 minutes to pick up a book or to research on the internet. Hey, how do I start this business? Or how do I do this? Or how do I do that? Little baby steps help you. What doesn't help you is wasting time on things that you truly don't want to do, when that time really should be dedicated to something else. And another thing I do realize is that life happens. We have jobs, we have kids, we have school. But anything that you're really, really wanting, you're going to find a way. You're going to find a way to take the time, to make the time, to have the time to accomplish those things. You might not be able to dedicate hours to it each day because you do have responsibilities, and that's okay, but dedicate some type of time to it. If it's a Saturday and you don't have anything to do, that's the perfect time. You get off of work early and you don't have nothing to do, that's the perfect time. Your kids asleep, that's the perfect time to dedicate 30 minutes to an hour to researching or doing whatever you can do to start the steps to develop your plan for you. And remember, you're not doing it for anybody else. You're doing it for your accomplishments. To make yourself believe in yourself that you can do it because you can. Stop wasting time. Everybody has an expiration date. Whether we want to say it or not, everybody has an expiration date. You're not going to be on the earth forever. You're not going to have this endless amount of time. And unfortunately, it's only 24 hours in a day, but you have to make that 24-hour stretch and work for you. Sometimes when you want that extra hour or two of sleep, don't sleep. Go ahead and get your behind up and do what you got to do. Go to the library. Go get that book. Go to the meeting that you said you were going to go to, but now you're just a little bit hesitant or unsure. Like, well, I could be doing this. Okay, the laundry going to be there for you to do that at home. Go to the meeting. Okay, this and that's going to be there. It's not going to change. You'll be able to do that. At the end of the day, do what's best for you and stop wasting time. Stop procrastinating. A lot of us do this. And I'm talking to myself in this video as well. It's encouragement to myself as well as to you all. Once I learned how to stop being a procrastinator as big as I was, I started being able to accomplish a lot more things and believing more in myself. That's a big one. Stop procrastinating. It does not help at all. But more importantly, stop wasting time. Develop a plan and stick to the plan. My last thing on that is stop always thinking there's a plan B. Most of the time when you dedicate that first thing or you have that first goal or that first business plan in mind and you do a plan B, then at the end of the day, once you do that plan B, you've already told yourself that, oh, well, plan A is not going to work out. That's why you got plan B. Don't make a plan B, because in your mind, you should already think that there's not going to be a plan B. This plan A is going to work. I'm going to execute it. I'm going to learn, do whatever I got to do to execute it, to do it, and I'm going to do it. Stop with the plan Bs. Everybody has plan B. Don't have a plan B, plan C. Have your plan A and stick to it and do it. Because that is also developing a negative mindset on something that truly was meant for you most of the time. And I've figured this out for myself as well, that when I have whatever my first plan or first idea was, that's something that I should have stuck with. Because first off, I have a passion for it, so that means I'm going to do the best of my ability in whatever that is. And secondly, it just didn't come out of thin air. It's a purpose, a reason to everything. That's how I feel. So stop wasting time. Stop being a procrastinator. Stop listening to people. Stop telling everybody everything, all your plans that you plan on doing. And more importantly, stay positive and get rid of plan B. Because in your mind, plan A is the only plan that's going to work. Peace out.